Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss the character of Lindsey Wallace, who is played by Kyle Richards. Now we saw her return to the franchise in Halloween Kills, and she has been confirmed to return in the final film of David Gordon Green's trilogy, Halloween Ends. But what should we expect from Lindsey in this movie? Let's dive in. So we found out in a Variety exclusive back in December that Kyle Richards was returning in Halloween Ends to reprise her role as Lindsey Wallace. Now, in the article, we learned that sources say that after Richards garnered positive reception from fans in Halloween Kills, the filmmakers rewrote the script to include her character in Halloween Ends, crafting an expanded storyline for her return. So first, let me say I am a big fan of Lindsey Wallace, the character Lindsey Wallace returning. I was so happy to see her back in Halloween Kills. And it's so cool that Kyle Richards agreed to do it, who played the original Lindsey Wallace back in 1978. That's right, the little girl that Laurie Strode was babysitting, that pretty much got dumped on her, essentially. And she was babysitting her and Tommy, of course. So I'm really happy that she was back in Kills. It was great to see her return, and I liked her role in Kills. I mean, that whole sequence with her in the playground with the kids, and then the confrontation there where she gets the sack and she gets all the bricks put in the sack, and that whole sequence, and then ultimately where she's hiding over by the little waterway there with the bridge. When she's hiding by that tree, on that tree, it was so intense. I just kept waiting for Michael to find her, to turn and see her, and just watched Kills again a couple days ago, literally, with my good friend Jack Stannis over on his channel. We did a watch party for it, and it was so great to see it again. And I remember that scene just striking me every time I watch it. It's so intense. I feel the tension. It's thick. You could cut it with a knife. It's so thick. So that's one of my favorite sequences of the movie, and I was so happy that she was not killed, surprisingly, because they pretty much, David Gordon Green pretty much, as you guys know, wiped out everybody in Kills. It lived up to its title of Kills because it was ridiculous, like crazy amount of kills and the body count. So it looks like we lost Tommy Doyle. I'm assuming he's dead. I don't think he survived that. However, we can't say with concrete certainty, at least, that Tommy's dead. But I personally think he is. I don't think he'll be back. But I was so happy that Lindsey was spared. And so and when I read this article, and again, I mentioned this back a few months ago when I initially mentioned Lindsey in this article of how they rewrote the script, basically crafting an expanded storyline for her return. I was so excited to read that. And since then, I've been doing a lot of thinking. Like, what do I want to see from Lindsey? What arc do I want to see for her character in this final movie of the trilogy? And personally, here's kind of where I'm at. I want to see her return in a very much a role that her and Allison, and I think Jamie Lee too. I think Laurie Strode. Honestly, the three of them together is the new trio, the power trio that are going to take on Michael. Now, I know that I've also mentioned that I suspect that we might see a different version of Laurie. That basically, on the information we've received, that this could be more of an intimate type of a movie. That it's possible Laurie's kind of in this 4-year time gap has perhaps laid down some of that intense attitude towards violence and revenge and avenging the death of her daughter. So maybe she's kind of at a place maybe with Hawkins, maybe they're married, and she's kind of relaxed now. She's let it down. She's let it go. She's not, of course, mentally, she's still traumatized. She has all the ramifications from all that's happened, but physically she's healed, and perhaps she's at a place now that she's at peace with some of the past. Maybe she's not pursuing Michael, but I believe that Lindsey and Allison are going to be 100% on mission to find him and to take him down. And whenever he shows up, because you know he's going to show up again, whenever it is he shows up, I believe they're going to be ready for it. And I think that's why ultimately Laurie Strode is going to die, to try to save them, because they're going to get in way over their heads. And she's going to step in forcibly, basically, forcing herself to step in front of Michael again. And that's when she's going to die, saving them. But let's get back to Lindsey. It's hard not to, because it's all intertwined. It's all together. But for Lindsey specifically, I want to see her fighting. I want to see her on the aggressive. I want to see her ready to take Michael on with just fearless abandon, just absolute intense focus, where she's ready to go for it. And I really hope they don't kill her. I know that probably most of you out there are thinking she probably will die in Ends, that they're bringing her back, but that's going to be it. But think about this. If Laurie is killed, all right, which I think she will be. I'm on record that Laurie Strode is going to die in Halloween Ends. If that does happen, and Tommy is dead, and they already killed Sheriff Brackett, everybody from 78, the only person alive right now in this series from 78 is Laurie and Lindsey. And if they do kill Laurie, if she does sacrifice herself, as I think she will, to try to save Allison and possibly Lindsey too, I believe that Lindsey should not die, because if Lindsey's killed off and Laurie is killed off and Ends, then there are no survivors at all from 78. That's the last one. And, you know, some might argue that she should die because of that. Like, this is closing out this universe. So how do you do that definitively? You kill everybody that's connected to 78. They're all gone now at the end. So I understand that, but I just personally hope that we always can say, well, you know, out of all that Lindsey lived, there was still one person that managed to escape the boogeyman, no matter when it was, timeline-wise, and is still there from that 78 film. That's what I personally hope is going to happen. But I hope whatever it is, however they decide to do it, I want her to have a part that's not just like killed in the first quarter of the movie and is kind of insignificant. You know, let's let her be there to battle Michael. And if she does die battling Michael in a fierce battle with Allison, then okay, I'll accept that. But again, I really hope she lives, just because I think Laurie's going to die. Now, if Laurie lives and I'm wrong on that, then okay, I'm all right with Lindsey dying as long as we have Laurie alive. But again, I just don't see that. So I do believe it's going to be down to Allison and Lindsey with Michael, and I think Lindsey probably is the one who would die of those two. But I am hoping that we get surprised and Lindsey lives and continues to at least, look, may not continue on in the future in the movies, but at least we'll know in this timeline that she survived and she's alive. That's what I'm hoping for. But I want to know, guys, what you want. What do you think about Lindsey returning in this final film? Are you excited that she's coming back? Do you like the character and how she was played by Kyle Richards in Hills? I want to hear your opinions, your thoughts, ideas, and theories about what you expect or maybe what you hope to see from Lindsey in Halloween Ends. So start leaving your comments below right now so we can discuss it together. Well, guys, that's it for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Halloween Ends and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching, guys.